So you think that I'm done? That my career will soon be over? You don't know me. All my life I had to fight. No one believed in me. So I had to believe in myself. Some people wanted to break me, but they only made me stronger. Others wanted to exploit me. They only made me smarter. And now you think I'm done? To all of you, I only have one thing to say. I'm not like you, because I'm not you. I am Zlatan Ibrahimović, and I am just warming up.
In one way, he's this tough, very secure guy, but deep inside, he's still this insecure kid from the ghetto. So he has this inside, and I think he uses it, this insecurity and this anger that his childhood gave him. You know, this anger, I want to show them. They think that I'm just this little, you know, immigrant kid, but one day I will show them. Muhammad Ali was the love of his father. You know, when they had this good time together, they were certainly not watching Swedish telly. They were watching old videos of Muhammad Ali and George Foreman and all things.
I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
And I think he immediately loved that attitude. You know, the Muhammad Ali attitude is absolutely opposite to the traditional Swedish attitude. We have to be humble, you know, and don't say, but Muhammad Ali was just coming here and say, I'm the greatest.
I will be the youngest heavyweight champion in history.
Zlatan thought that was something that spoke to him.
What do you want in your marriage? What do you want with your son and your daughter? What do you want in your health? What do you want financially? Like, how much money do you want to make a year? What do you want to drive? How do you want to live? Stop just waking up like an accident. What do you want? And then once you find out what you want, spend the rest of your natural life waking up and going after it.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
This kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
He lived in a very tough neighborhood. You know, later he met guys who said, nice to meet you and things like that. But in the words Zlatan grew up, you have to show, you know, look at me, hey, you know, you have to be tough. And that was, I think, his first lesson. To survive, you have to be tough. He uses that anger and that insecurity, which is still inside him. He lived first with his mother, with his 5 siblings, and his mother was a cleaning lady, and sometimes he hit him with his wooden spoon, and sometimes his mother hit him so hard that this wooden stone broke, and then he had to go buy another one, as it was his fault that and then the mother, because of certain circumstances, lost custody over him. He moved to his father. He loved his father, he loves his mother as well, but back in those days his father was sort of traumatized over the Balkan War. He was drinking heavily, and I think he didn't even see Zlatan. He was just sitting there at the telly, seeing the latest news about the war.
The best careers are the people who come from kind of tough backgrounds. They have to fight a lot, and also I think in his case, he got kicked out of his house a lot, and outside his building there was a pitch, and of course he spent most of the time there. So if he was from a safer family where he could stay at home and watch TV, maybe he wouldn't be out of the pitch so much.
In the tougher parts, you're taught the hard way, and I would say that Zlatan he's no angel, he's no saint. He's probably done quite a few things that most people wouldn't be proud of, but then again, that is part of what made him so tough, that he could go all the way to the top. So the background makes all the difference, I think.
Här var jag bor nu just och det är hur trevligt som helst. Jag stormtrivs här faktiskt. Alla känner alla här. När man går på gatan kan man bara stanna till vid någon, kvittar hur gammal hon eller han är. Så snackar man med den personen. Till exempel jag kan gå ut på balkongen och kasta ner 20-lapp till en av småarna, gå och handla mjölk. Springer man iväg och handlar mjölk, kommer tillbaka. Så det är på många sätt man kan förklara varför man trivs.
He is a good bike stealer. He was...
When he was young, he stole some bikers and he makes
with him.
Not that with me, with
He used to run good from the cops when he stole bikes, and
He was a very fast guy.
Yes.
Any grown-up saw him, they thought, I mean, what is this guy gonna steal or something? They didn't see him in any positive way. The only place where they sometimes saw him in a positive way was on the football ground. So I think football was the first way for him to be seen in a positive way.
Jag kanske går för långt ibland. Men det är inte så som folk tror. Att jag är så kaxig idiot, jag fattar ingenting. Jag har mina gränser. Jag kan även vara ödmjuk ibland. Jag väljer oftast vara mest kaxig. För annars kan de trycka ner mig lätt, tycker jag.
Father and mother didn't have any money, he didn't have this nice clothes.
He went to a school where there were rich kids, and he couldn't buy the same clothes as them. He didn't have the new shoes.
His colleagues in the Malmö FF, they have this, football shoes cost 2,000 with kangaroo shin. I mean, he's bought his shoes for 59 crowns, in this food store.
I mean, as a teenager, you want to fit in, and he felt that he didn't, and that I think was quite hard for him.
The feeling that you treated him as this little ghetto kid. If you go, I think Zlatan is so nice to be with, but if you pretend to be upper class and try to fool him and look down at him, I mean, he remember and he get angry.
He was not a fantastic talent at very early age. He grew from 15, 16 to 18, 19 very, very fast. And there were actually a few talents that were considered to be better than him in the early days. But 18, 19, he really turned out to be a super talent, and then nothing could stop him. And his mindset was there from very early on, I would say.
Jag gillar till exempel dribbla, det vet ju hela Sverige nu. Jag gillar dribbla. Så ibland istället för passa dribbla. Så visst kan en lagkamrat bli sur, men det är ett sånt som händer. Det är inget. Utan det är rätt kul. För att det ska vara kul. Och det är kul är det inte långt att spela egentligen.
When he came out in the professional world, from Sweden, where he was only known as Zlatan by first name, he changed so he would have Ibراهيموفيتش
on his shirt, on his jersey, because he wanted to honor his background. Being from a Muslim background, being from very, very low key, very low status background, he really wants to show all the kids at Rosengård and Malmö in general that if I could do it, you can do it.
What's your style of play?
Technical.
Technical? Because you're very big.
Yeah, but I have very technical feet.
I think in Barcelona he just felt again as this immigrant kid who come to Malmö with this well-behaved middle-class kid who didn't understand him. And I think there was the same story all over. And
football can change very fast. My problem in Barcelona was one man, and that's the philosopher. He was my problem.
Guardiola didn't understand him, and he couldn't really cope with that kind of character.
He was 17, let's not forget, you know. And I wanted to give him a trial with the first team, and he turned it down. He said to me, I don't make trials. You take me or you don't take me.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes.
Det kommer kännas lite annorlunda. Jag kommer fortsätta vara mig själv. Jag ska inte förändra mig ett dugg. Utan det gäller bara att vara försiktig med den ekonomiska biten, med personlighet och det ska vara som vanligt.